If you're working nonstop, but you still feel trapped, it's not because you built the wrong system. It's because the system was never built for ownership. Most people think that dependency happens when something goes wrong, but dependency doesn't show up because of failure. It shows up because the system's working exactly as it was designed. And the longer you stay in it, the harder it is for you to be able to see the design at all. You don't go into business to give up control. You go into business to be useful, reliable, receptive, available. Now, all three of these traits, they reward immediately. This is the part that most people miss. Reward comes before cost. Dependency doesn't start out as a problem. It starts out as a praise, actually. You respond fast, so people trust you. You show up consistently, so revenue is made. You make yourself available and needed, so demand is increased. Nothing feels dangerous about these. In fact, it feels like progress because the system always pays you before it charges you. Early rewards hide long term costs. This is the reason why dependency becomes invisible. Availability is often confused for value. The system doesn't measure ownership, it measures response. Who answers the fastest? Who fixes the problem? Who fills in the gap? Availability becomes the signal for worth. And slowly, value stops meaning what you built and starts to mean how fast you can react. And that shift happens quietly, folks. But once it begins, ownership already started slipping away. When pressure increases, people don't step back, they optimize. Better systems, more efficiency, tighter processes. But optimization inside of dependence doesn't create freedom. It just makes the system more reliant on you. You become faster, more accurate, and even harder to replace. Yes, the system does improve, but that's only because your presence becomes more essential. That's not leverage, that's reinforcement. Being needed feels like it's progress, but this is where most people get confused. Being needed does feel earned, it does feel responsible. People rely on you. Money is made through you, and decisions even wait for you. Now, that doesn't feel like dependence. That feels like importance. But importance isn't ownership. Importance will disappear the moment you stop showing up, but ownership won't. See, the system trains identity. Over time, effort stops being something you do and it becomes something you are. This is how I provide. This is what people want from me. This is what I'm good at. And questioning the structure starts to feel a little bit more personal, not because it's correct, but because your identity is tied directly to maintaining it. See, the system doesn't need to trap you because you defend it for free. Eventually, stepping away stops feeling neutral. Rest starts to feel risky. Absence starts to feel dangerous, and change feels reckless. And this is not because you failed. This is because the system adapted around your presence. By time you recognize this, it feels more responsible to stay and feels more selfish to actually step away. That's not ambition, folks. That's conditioning. Now, here's why every path seems to lead right back to dependency. Effort feeds it, optimization strengthens it, and responsibility justifies it, and identity actually protects it. And each part reinforces the next. And that's not accidental, that's actually structural. Dependence is not a mistake that happens within the system, it's actually what the system produces. Ownership is not rare because people try to avoid it. It's rare because the system never trains them for it. You're rewarded for showing up, not for building some type of system that can survive without relying on you. You get praise for being needed, not for being unnecessary. By the time you recognize the difference, the cost for change just seemed like it's too high. And that's not bad decision making. That's design. Dependency doesn't happen when something goes wrong. Dependency happens when things are going great. That's the reason why it's so hard to see it. But once you do, it can't be unseen. This is your boy JI, a random podcast. I'll holla at you on the other side.